Have you ever found yourself staring out the window, lost in a world of your own, while the world buzzes around you? Maybe you were supposed to be focusing on homework, or maybe you were in the middle of a meeting. Yet there you were, miles away on an adventure of your own making. For many of us, daydreaming is a brief escape, a fleeting journey of the realms of imagination. But what happens when daydreaming takes the wheel, driving us away from reality for hours on end? And today we are talking about daydreaming, and in particular, maladaptive daydreaming. At its core, daydreaming is a spontaneous shift of attention away from the task at hand to a world of imagination and inner thought. It's not just about building castles in the sky. It's about our brains taking a little detour from reality. Imagine you are sitting in class. The lecture on the history of ancient civilization doesn't seem to hold your interest. Suddenly, you are ruler of your own ancient kingdom, planning strategies and exploring vast landscapes. That's daydreaming. Or picture this, you are chopping vegetables for dinner, and your mind wanders to a dream vacation on a tropical island, feeling the sand between your toes and hearing the waves crash. You are daydreaming again. But why do we daydream? Scientists believe it serves multiple purposes. It can be a mental escape, a brief vacation for our brains from the monotony or stress of everyday life. It can also be a playground for creativity, helping us solve problems in a unique way by connecting dots we hadn't seen before. Daydreaming isn't a waste of time. It can actually be quite beneficial. It helps us relax, boosts our creativity, and can even improve our ability to empathize with others by imagining ourselves in their shoes. But what happens when daydreaming takes a different turn? When does it stop being a brief escape and start becoming something more consuming? Pathological or maladaptive dreaming, as it's also known, is where daydreaming becomes excessive, vivid, and not just a mere distraction but a dominant part of one's life. It's like being caught in a super interesting movie playing in your head, where the stories and characters are so engaging you don't want to leave. People get really lost in their daydreams, creating detailed stories in their heads. They spend so much time daydreaming that they forget to do important things in real life. These daydreams can be about all sorts of stuff, like being successful, falling in love, or going on exciting adventures. It's like a way for them to escape from everyday life and imagine something different. So this isn't just daydreaming about your next vacation or winning the lottery for a few minutes. It's about diving deep into your imagination to the point where it starts messing with your daily life. Whether it's school, work, or hanging out with friends, these daydreams make it hard to focus on what you need to do. Imagine sitting down to do something really important, like homework or a project, but instead of getting it done, you get lost in your thoughts for hours. You create these amazing stories in your head. It's fun to daydream, but it's also a problem. It's hard to stop, and it can make it tough to focus on real life. You want to connect with the real world, but it's like your daydreams have a hold on you that's hard to break. That's what maladaptive daydreaming feels like, a mix of enjoyment and feeling stuck. This whole concept of maladaptive dreaming was first talked about by a psychologist named Eli Sommer back in 2002. He thought it was kind of like when people can't stop doing something, even if they want to, similar to when someone can't stop checking their phone. But even though it's a big deal for those who experience it, doctors and psychologists don't officially recognize it as a mental health condition just yet. It turns out about 2.5% of people might find themselves lost in such daydreams. It's something that can start showing up in teenagers and young adults, especially between the ages of 18 to 23. This isn't just about having a veiled imagination. People with maladaptive daydreaming create really detailed stories in their minds and might even lose track of time, forget to eat, or not get enough sleep because they are caught up in their daydreams. They are so real and absorbing that people might make facial expressions, talk, or move around without noticing. Why do some of us get caught in this endless loop of daydreaming? The reasons are as varied as the daydreams themselves. For many, it starts as a coping mechanism, a retreat from loneliness, anxiety, or trauma. Certain triggers like music, movies, or even the atmosphere of a place can pull the daydreamer back into their inner world, often without warning. Maladaptive daydreaming often works hand in hand with other mental health challenges like depression, anxiety, PTSD, OCD, ADHD, bipolar disorders, borderline personality disorder, dissociative identity disorder, and more. We all daydream, and it's normal. As I already said, daydreaming can be beneficial, but for those who find themselves drifting away for most of their day, struggling to keep up with daily tasks, or feeling like they are living more in their head than in the world, it might be time to explore strategies to find better balance. Let's talk about some steps you can take if you find yourself caught in the loop of maladaptive daydreaming. First and foremost, it's crucial to acknowledge and understand why these daydreams occur. You might notice that you daydream more frequently when you are feeling overwhelmed with school or work tasks, especially during periods of high stress or pressure. Or you might find yourself daydreaming intensely when you are feeling anxious about upcoming events or responsibilities, such as an important presentation or exam. It can also be in the context of loneliness and longing for love. These daydreams may serve as a temporary escape from reality, providing a brief respite from the challenges you're facing. By recognizing these patterns and triggers, you can begin to explore the underlying reasons for your daydreaming habits, and then develop strategies to manage them more effectively. It's also important to learn to stay grounded in the present moment. Engaging in activities that anchor you to reality, like mindfulness exercises or spending time outdoors, can reduce the frequency of daydreaming episodes. For example, going for a walk in nature or practicing deep breathing exercise can help bring your focus back to the present and minimize excessive daydreaming. Check out my channel for videos on grounding and mindfulness. In addition to staying grounded, finding creative outlets can be beneficial. Channeling your imagination into tangible projects such as writing or painting provides a constructive way to express your daydreams. You might start a journal to jot down your thoughts and ideas, or you could create artwork inspired by your vivid imagination. By cultivating keeping a journal, you become more aware of your daydreaming habits and emotions. And don't underestimate the power of talking about your experiences with others. Sharing this secret can be enlightening. When you confide in trusted friends, you open the door to understanding and support. They may offer fresh perspectives or helpful advice, and simply having someone to listen to can be incredibly comforting. Dealing with maladaptive daydreaming, where daydreams take control of your life, can be challenging. Seeking professional help, a therapist may suggest various strategies. These might include mindfulness meditation to improve focus, exposure therapy to confront daydream triggers, and cognitive behavioral therapy to alter thought patterns. Sometimes doctors may recommend anti-anxiety medications, which can help manage maladaptive daydreaming by addressing underlying anxiety, which is often associated with excessive daydreaming. The aim isn't to get rid of daydreaming altogether. Instead, it's about finding a balance between your imagination and the real world. This balance allows you to enjoy the benefits of daydreaming without it getting in the way of your happiness and health. Now I'm curious, what do you daydream about? Share some of your most whimsical or inspiring daydreams in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content. See you in the next video.